What can you say about this image? This image shows a cycle of a person putting his money in the bank and comes out with an interest. How about you? Do you trust your money in the bank? Is it to save and to safeguard your money? Always remember that when we save, our money earns a certain amount of interest, and having a sort of interest is a way to earn money. Objective. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to define interest and simple interest, illustrate how to solve a simple interest, and solve problems involving interest. There is an interest when we deposit money in the bank. We borrow money. We apply for loans like car, house, and we invest to financial institution. What is an interest? When we say interest, it refers to the charge or fee for using someone's money. So, when the money is deposited in a bank, the bank uses the money to lend to someone who is in need. In doing this, the bank earns by putting interest on the borrowed money. And when the borrowed amount is bigger, the higher the interest is. Likewise, when the borrowed money is to be paid in a longer time, the higher the interest. There are two types of interest. We have simple interest and compound interest. We will first focus on the simple interest. Simple interest. When we say simple interest, is the charge on the amount invested or borrowed on which the interest charged and calculated on in the principal. Simple interest essentially it comes to buying anything and generally for loans of 1 year or less. And also, simple interest can use in car loans. The computation for the simple interest quite straightforward. It is the fastest way, the computer for the interest.
To compute for the simple interest, we need to follow the formula. I is equal to P times R times T, where P stands for the principal. It is the amount by root or invested. R refers to the rate, and the story paid for the use of money or the percentage per year. T stands for the time. It is the length when the money earns interest is calculated in years. Our first example, let us find the simple interest. Suppose you invested an amount of 20,000 for 5 years and earned 7.5% simple interest. What is the simple interest earned? Based on this given problem, we have the principal amount, which is 20,000. We have the rate, which is 7.5%, and in decimal, this is 0.075, and the time, which is 5 years. To find the simple interest value, we need to follow the formula I equal P times R times T. So, we need to do is to multiply all of these values, so we have 20,000 times 0.075 times 5 years, and this gives us value of 7,500. So what is the meaning of this? The sample interest earned is 7,500 pesos. Second example, find the interest rate. A 15,000 savings account earned 510 pesos interest in 2 years. What was the interest rate? So here we have the 15,000 as the principal value. The 510 is the interest earned. The time is 2 years. And the unknown history. Following the formula, I equals PRT, we have to substitute the given value. So we have 510 as the value of the I equals 15,000. R is unknown times the time, which is 2. First, we have to simplify the right side. 15,000 times R times 2 give us 30,000. R equals 510. We need to divide both sides by 30,000. And the value of R here is 0.017. So, what is the meaning of this? The interest rate is 1.7%. Third example, find the length of time. Mr. Wilson borrowed 120,000 in the bank with 6% interest rate. He was told to pay an interest of 48,600 pesos. What is the length of time it will take for him to pay the interest? So here, based on the given problem, we have the principal value, which is 120,000, interest rate of 6% or 0.06, the interest value of 48,600, and the unknown is time. Following the same formula, I equals P times R times T, substitute all the given value. So we have 48,600 equals 120,000 times rate, which is 0.06, times time. Multiply all the value on the right side. We have 7,200 T equals to 48,600. We divided both sides by 7,200 to solve for the value of T. So dividing these two, we have T, which is equal to 6.75. So T is equal to 6.75. 6 refers to the number of years and the 0.75 refers to the months. So how do we get the number of months? We have to multiply 0.75 to 12, and the value is 9. Therefore, this means it will take 6 years and 9 months for Mr. Wilson to pay the interest.
Formula. Let's have the second formula. This formula is applicable in finding the future or maturity value. So we have the formula A equals P times 1 plus R times T. A here stands for the future or maturity value, which is equal to the interest plus the principal, and the rest of the variables are the same with the first formula for simple interest. Let's have an example. Find the maturity rate. Find the maturity value for a loan 30,000 to be paid in 9 months with interest rate of 5.2%. Here we are looking for the maturity value given the principal value of 30,000. Time, which is 9 months, and to convert months in terms of year, we need to write this in the form of 9/12, where 9 represents to 9 months and 12 represents to 12 months. 9/12 is equal to 3/4 and R, which is 5.2%, or in decimal, we have 0.052. And what we're looking for is the value of A, the maturity value, and to solve for it, we have to follow the formula A is equals to the principal times 1 plus the product of the rate, and the time. All we need to do is to substitute the given values. We have 30,000 times 1 plus 0.052 times the time, which is 3/4. Simplify, we have 30,000 times 1.039. This is equal to 30,170, and this means the maturity value of the loans is 30,170 pesos. Next formula is for the present or principal value. It is given by P is equal to A over 1 plus R times T. This formula was derived from maturity or future value. For example, find the present value of 320,000 in 4 months at 9% interest. So here we are looking for the value of P where A is given by 320,000. Time, which is 4 months, and to convert this in terms of year, we have to write this in the form of 4/12, which gives us 1/3, and the rate, which is 9% or 0.09. Following the formula, to find the present value, we have P is equal to A, which is 320,000 over 1 plus R, which is 0.09 times T, which is 1/3. Simplifying this, we have 320,000 divided by 1.03. Dividing these two, this gives us 310,679.61, which means the present value of 320,000 pesos is 310,679.61.